It's Rich B in AZ, except I'm not in AZ now, up in Michigan again. I just wanted to document where I filled in the potholes this year. Previous year I did a pothole video and showed one being filled in. This year I've got 6 bags of the stuff and put in a few holes, so I just want to record them for posterity and see what happens to them next year after the snow plow's been and gone, see if any of them get knocked out. Right, let's go. Yeah, it's late September and we're getting some weird mushrooms popping up. Generally, it's very nice out here. You can see we've got maple leaves that are going a nice golden colour. You get glimpses of them through the trees. And unfortunately, this big branch has fallen off and died. But beyond that, maple trees are turning. Yeah, there's quite a few of those down there. Some of them are as big as saucers, maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, a particular branch on the maple, it's got a very nice shade of sort of pink. It's gone, been yellow, now it's going pink and it goes dark red. So this is where I started with the bottom of the hill with the patching. I was buoyed by this one that I put in last year. It did not get chipped out, even though it had no edge on this side. So very happy that stayed in place. So we've got a bag. This is a whole bag of the stuff along here. I'm hoping to support this edge and these open edges. And I'll show you the open edges here. You can see these are open. Where the heavy machinery just chewed this stuff up. This is the old one underneath. And I put a tiny little bit in here in the hope it might kind of support some of this stuff. This stuff I can't do. This requires, that tar snaking thing. But that took a whole bag right there. And I could have easily put another few bags in. Okay, this particular pothole is a straight line type. And yeah, I could have put some stuff in here, but I ran out. I have filled in some stuff like this further up the hill. Okay, this is another monster hole that was caused by heavy vehicles just crunching it all up because they built a house just over there. So this is 2 bags worth. And again, I put this in because of the success on that patch you just saw, trying to support these open edges at least. Yeah, I could lose another couple of bags in here, easy, but 50 pounds each, yeah, got to save it a bit. It's working. Got more patches. I'm starting to go up the hill. I have a feeling the snowplow got the old surface off here. As I'm going up, I can see some little judder marks on the road. And then, it dug in. That must have brought him to a complete stop. Snowplow grooves. Great. Didn't fill those. Okay, this little hill here is kind of in a bit of trouble. These ones with sand on are this year's. Some of these are quite thin. There's an old patch that I probably put in. Old patches here. Getting new ones in with it. Another old patch. So they do stick. The snowplow doesn't dig them out. And there's one of those thin ribbon ones where I pointed out before. Another one here. Everything with sand on is what I put in this time around. And then on up the hill. Okay, top of this first hill with another patch. Old patch. New patch. Carrying on up the hill. And a few nice flowers up on the roadside. There's a very pretty blue one over there. Stands out like a sore thumb. Nice. So here's a section where it's all cracking, and some of the cracks got wide enough to patch, so I've put these long patches in the hope it will hold it together. But some of these, like this one for example, it's just not big enough to put anything in. There's another couple off to the side, right on the edge of the road. Right here, another one right there. That's an old one. I didn't do that one. Somebody else did that one. Not sure it shows up that well, but there's a kind of a hole right here where a root's gone underneath. The tree's died, and now the root is dying off, so the road is sinking. And this one has several of these in a row. Further up the hill, I've filled in a big hole where the road didn't break, didn't even crack like this. It just flexed down. That's coming up. Right. 1, 2, 3. And they kind of look like this, except a little deeper before I fill them in. Right on the edge of the road. Very nice maple leaves starting to change. The gold they turn initially, and it has bright red, pink colour. Brilliant. Okay, so this is that big indentation I put in, almost a bag. I think if we include the other patch I put in, that was a bag. Somebody else has been patching, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be joined. So I did those. This was a new one. One of the interesting things about putting this one in is when I was thumping it down, I could feel the ground shaking with my little thumper log. So implying underneath it's hollow. Oh look, there's one of those mushrooms. And over there they're all starting to rot down, which they actually smell pretty bad when they're rotting. They do spread all around. Okay, this hill up here is the steepest grade on this particular road, and it's starting to show signs of that cracking and rotting. I've got a few patches in here. Looks like the sand might have washed out. This is one of the early ones I did. Yep, definitely the season for fungus. Right, so we're on the hill, affectionately called Killer Hill because it's so steep. New one, but you'll see the type of cracking that's going on here. I've filled in this gully all the way up here. And the sand's washed off it from recent rain. That one, there's one there. I think this is an old one. Actually, I've probably done it in the previous year. It's working. And across the road, on the other side, another one, car coming, another one. Okay, so we've got those. That one, this is an old one, another old one. We're across the road again. We've got this large patch here that I put in. More up here. The sand is washing off them. 3 together. I think that's it. That was good. That was the total I did this year. 6 bags. This is clearing where trees fell. And I've got to say, that's the biggest thistle I've seen. Enormous. There's an old tree that's fallen over. Hurt this maple. But the leaf colour's kind of good. It's got that pinky gold. Wind's blowing, nice and cool, 60 degrees, great. Well, trees do fall over and die here in the forest. It's all natural, they just fall right back in. And I just wanted to point out this giant one over here. Absolutely massive tree. When that one comes down, yeah. Oh, bird just flew up in it. There's a big old tree. It's got these massive holes in it. And you know who caused that. That's the pileated woodpecker. It's been grieving this one out. It's gone in deep on it. Chasing bugs. So the tree is definitely on its last legs. So, here we go. That's what happens. It'll fall over soon. Okay, this is a dual cherry tree. It's a dual stump at the bottom. It's getting kind of old. You can see how the woodpecker's been whacking at it. That's a good 60-80 feet. This is the furniture type of cherry wood, not the thin type.